So this is what the inside looks like. We've got a sidecar that is 6U, basically 3 2U areas where you can put your communication capability, your switches, your routers. Then you've got 36U of storage capability in the center section. Again, remember the unit is totally 100% NEMA 4 compliant, self-contained, provides you with its own self-cooling that is 95% efficient, fire suppression, and security is built in. One thing I'd like to highlight that I didn't mention on our first slide is the fact that all of our units are designed to meet 1.5 PUE capability. As you know, that's a pretty dramatic approach to the way we've deployed IT solutions. As you will know, most IT closets, IT server rooms, and in some cases IT data centers don't even provide that level of capability. So again, 1.5 PUE on all our solutions. Mission critical venting is an option available for the W Metro Mono. This occurs when there's power failure or it's overheating. The vent on the front will automatically open, and high performance fans on the top of the unit will actually deploy, pulling cool ambient air from the outside and pushing it through the equipment so that it'll stabilize equipment until one, you can manage a controlled power down, or until energy or power is restored to the equipment. We talked about our CyberLock or encryption capability as an option for these units. The beauty of this is it provides 4 levels of security access to the enclosure. It's fully customizable. It is field programmable. You can have monthly expirations, daily expirations, hourly expirations, and renewals. It's your call. You program it as you see fit. It is Sarbanes-Oxley and HIPAA compliant and allows you to basically audit every point of access in that equipment and anytime the unit is moved. Active fire suppression. We use 3M Novak 1230 fluid. It is a dielectric substance. It is totally clean, non-toxin. It will not damage your equipment. Again, proactive active fire suppression capability that is deployed inside your solutions for that added insurance policy and the ability to sleep well at night knowing that your equipment is protected. So our value proposition. Capital costs are reduced 50 to 80%. Why? How do we do that? Basically, we've eliminated you having to get an architecture, building permits, having to do all the things that you would normally do to build a fixed asset that cannot be readily moved. We also provide you with the ability to have onboard cooling, security, and fire suppression. In addition, we wind up building out your infrastructure as required, meaning you don't need to build for future needs. You only need to build what you need today and be able to deploy that in 8 weeks. And should you have future requirements all of a sudden surface, you can deploy those requirements in 8 weeks. Again, all you need is power and electricity to be able to do it. Operating costs are reduced 40 to 65%. We talked about the reduction of electricity. That's due to our closed loop cooling and the fact that our units provide you with a 1.5 PUE capability, right? Reduced floor space. Let me give you an example. Our Metro Mono provides you with 12 kilowatts of IT load. In many data centers and IT high density server rooms, most racks will wind up having anywhere from 3 kilowatts, let's say 6 kilowatts of IT load per rack. Each rack requires approximately 100 square feet in a data center to comply with their requirements. Basically raised floors, hot and cold aisles, C-rack, all the traditional stuff that you would need to have a 19-inch rack fully deployed in a data center. In the example where you have 2 6 kilowatt racks in a data center, you can now take the computing capability or the kilowatt capability of those 2 racks and consolidate it into our Metro Mono. Now, our Metro Mono will take up 30 square feet. So now you've gone from 200 square feet down to a 30 square foot footprint. And you've reduced your cooling requirements for 2 racks, where we previously have said that in most data centers 75% of the cooling is wasted, and we've now put it into our Metro Mono that is 95% efficient. Thus, you get a reduction in electricity use for having to cool your equipment, which basically translates into more energy for more zeros and ones, which is always a good thing based on IT requirements that are being implemented today on a regular basis. Reduce floor space, lower maintenance costs. We provide you with a modular distributed computing platform that is vendor neutral and solution neutral. We talked about it. Any products that use a standard 19-inch rack, whether it's IT, communication, medical, can be deployed in our W-Metro enclosures. We provide you with a turnkey solution, combines facilities and IT into a single solution. Remember, we are the infrastructure. We provide you the ability to deploy your IT footprint anywhere you want because we provide you security, cooling, and active fire suppression capability along with mobility. Speed of deployment is within weeks as compared to years or months, depending upon your application. Easily relocatable. I can now take my investment, my IT infrastructure, and take it to a new building, a new floor, or a completely different area of the country. You don't lose your investment that you've had to put into a traditional IT closet, IT server room, or data center. And your ability to deploy a data center anywhere in the world where you have power and networking capability. So again, here are the things to remember. Standard 19-inch rack, we're vendor neutral. You like HP, great. You like NetApp, great. You like Supermicro, great. IBM, great. We're like Switzerland. We're very, very open to anybody using our solutions. Onboard cooling, closed loop cooling, a patented technology, 95% efficiency, reduces overall capital and operating expenses. Mobile and relocatable, easily moved from location, reduce capital costs because you don't have it as a fixed asset any longer. You now have your fixed asset that can be moved anytime you need to move it or to redeploy. Shock and vibration system protects equipment during transportation. Your IT technicians can fully equip one of our W-Metro Expresses, load it into the crate, and ship it to a remote office, and have that remote office simply pull it out of the crate, add power and networking capability without ever having to go inside the system and configure it. It's ready to be deployed. Onboard fire suppression protects the equipment in the event of a fire, provides limited fire damage, again another level of security. Completely sealed system, remember, NEMA 4 compliant capability. Protects all the equipment from the elements, so you can deploy these in a warehouse, outside, inside, depending on your environment and depending upon where you want to do it. It's not an issue. Cyber lock encryption, highly secure environment for your equipment. It's limited and audited access to equipment for high security. Another thing to remember. And please remember that all our units meet seismic 4 conditions, which is a good thing here in California. So again, key takeaways: secure access. We provide cyber lock option. Mobility is a patented system that we have that allows you to move your entire infrastructure as you see fit and deploy it anywhere you want. Active fire suppression. We use 3M Novak 1230. Patented closed loop cooling. We talked about that, 95% efficient versus the traditional ways of cooling your IT equipment, which translates into more zeros and ones for IT applications, which is a good thing, especially as we know Moore's law tends to drive more and more requirements for IT applications to be deployed. We've given you a brief overview about our W-Metro family of modular and mobile data center solutions. We hope you'll take the opportunity to go to our website, take a look at our specifications, and more importantly, give us a call. We'd love the opportunity of discussing with you whether or not our solutions could solve your IT infrastructure opportunity that you're working on, and we'll give you an apples to apples comparison and give you some considerations to look at when looking at deploying your solutions. And we'll give you a very frank discussion on how we can help you solve your problems. Above all, on behalf of Wave to Wave, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to this, and we look forward to hearing from you in the very near future. Thank you very much.